It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we have Zaven Collins, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Desperados and the Bears, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Desperados of San Antonio taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visiting San Antonio ball club, they come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. Happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And he powers his way up past the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 60 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage from every carry he receives this week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more on that one and another first down. Throwing, Dalton. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw here, Dalton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Dalton. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Dalton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Dalton. And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their 3rd-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now 2nd and 5. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Dalton. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, San Antonio in possession. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Dalton now to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, here's Agnew. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Fields. That is caught. And he will have the Bears 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Here's Fields. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 48-yard line.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down.
Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
On first and 10, here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Foreman powering ahead.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Back out comes San Antonio.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's second and 10.
Andy Dalton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Passing, it's Dalton.
This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Second and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Pushing through the contact. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. So Dalton now. And that'll be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Dalton's throw complete there to Moore.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final act of the first half, Dalton, and it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Desperados will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Matthew Stafford, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there.
This
was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Fields. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Fields now to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Nolan Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Holding offense.
That's Will Hernandez, former second rounder out of UTEP. Play action here with Dalton. It's complete to Brown, right side. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Dalton. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The San Antonio first down.
Throwing, Dalton. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw here, Dalton. This will be, and a loose football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1st and 10 at the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's got room. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, right back to Herbert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the
Fields
40-yard line.
locates Mooney on the out route. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now it's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. So the completion good for just 3.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert powering up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Fields throw here into the hands of Moore. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Here's Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Tunyon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to